Validity and reliability are important considerations in research. In many cases, research students have a limited understanding of the concept of validity and reliability, and um, they understand validity and reliability in terms of the validation process of research instruments. But validity and reliability have a much bigger conception in the field of research. So in this brief presentation, we will discuss the conception of validity and reliability in research, keeping in view the smaller picture of it, and also we will understand what validity and reliability actually mean in terms of the bigger picture in research contexts. So first of all, validity and reliability in research, generally the smaller picture or the restricted conception of validity or reliability is that validity and reliability are restricted to research instruments such as the tests, the questionnaires, the validity and reliability of the tests and questionnaires, the checklists. So we can say the validity of the data collection uh, methods and processes. And similarly, the restricted or smaller picture understanding of reliability is actually reliability of the data collection instruments such as tests, questionnaires, checklists, etc. So, in this sense, validity will actually means the ability of the research instruments to collect data that is expected of these instruments, while reliability will actually mean um, that the consistency of these research instruments, these data collection methods to collect um, the same kind of data over a number of when we use these over a period of time or a number of times. So this is we can say the smaller picture understanding of validity and reliability in research context, where the validity and reliability constructs are limited to generally to the data collection instruments. Now, what is the bigger picture understanding of validity and reliability in research? The bigger picture understanding of validity and reliability conception is that validity and reliability should be there in terms of the whole research process and the outcomes of the research process as well. So this will actually mean that the research process and outcome will be valid and reliable when we have a solid and important and significant research topic. Similarly, we will have valid and reliable research in terms of its process and outcomes when there is a good and in-depth gap analysis in the process of research. In other words, this research is based on sound analysis of the previous knowledge related to the field, critical analysis, and authentic analysis. Thirdly, the bigger picture of validity and reliability in research context will also mean that the research objectives, research questions, and research hypotheses are solid and grounded. They are clear and they are authentic objectives that have come out of rigorous research gap analysis or reflection on that analysis before we arrive at these objectives. So the more research objectives, research questions and hypotheses the more they are clear or they are clearer, and the more robust they are, the better we will have the validity and reliability of the whole research process. Then, sound significance and rationale. So, if the researcher has presented the rationale of the research and identified the significance or importance of the research um, in an authentic way, that will also mean that there is more validity to the process and outcomes of research. Again, in terms of now the how of the research process, in other words, the authenticity and robustness of the research design is also important in terms of ensuring higher level of validity and reliability than the execution of it, which actually means that the selection of the sample is sound and rationalized. The data collection methods and procedures are sound, relevant, and rationalized. Then there is a robust, detailed, critical analysis of the data. And then the reporting process is authentic and honest. And the exact findings, the real actual findings of the research are presented honestly. That will, in the research report, that will also aid to the bigger understanding of validity and reliability, or the bigger picture. And also, there should be a consideration or presentation of the possible limitations or possible weaknesses in the conduct of the research process. So, a, um, an excellent, a good research project will also have a good and authentic limitation sections where the researchers actually acknowledge possible issues in the process or conduct of research, and also in terms of the generalization or lack of generalization of the findings of the research. So overall, we can say that there are two types of validity or in terms of the smaller picture understanding of validity, where the validity and reliability are restricted to the validity and reliability of the data collection methods, while the bigger picture understanding of validity and reliability is actually the validity considerations revolving around the validity of the whole research process, right from the selection of the topic, the gap analysis, the literature review, the authenticity of the research objectives and research questions that are sound and solid, the authenticity of the research design, the execution of the research design, the analysis, and the authentic reporting of the whole research process, and also an acknowledgement of the possible limitations of the research process. So, if these important sections are taken care of and are presented in a robust way, we can say that the research has more validity and reliability.